So, after Wham, I think it's safe to say that we should probably go back and heal after we've picked up this item here, which N so rudely wouldn't let us get before. X-Attack. That's alright. Of course, N was giving me enough attack boost on his own, but thanks to that swagger again. Okay. And so, yes, in case you didn't realize, that building there is the gym. Yeah, its bright flashing neon colors probably tipped you off. Well, they certainly are when recently I actually went to an amusement park where they were holding an actual Pokemon tournament. The qualifiers for the Australian VGCs for the first time. Ah! Please! Please don't remind me about the clowns. Don't remind me. Oh, Berg's Gym, I never want to see it again. But I will in Black 2, and it's even worse there. So, again, don't remind me of clowns. Please don't remind me of clowns. Anyway, let's head on over to the Pokemon Center, and we need to heal and also rearrange our team a little bit. I think a few of the things I caught over on Route, it's not Route 5, it's the route opposite of Route 5 that has the same encounter list as Route 5, so I pretty much call it Route 5. Yeah, outside Losselon Forest, basically. A few of the Pokemon I caught there might actually be helpful, so who can I afford to drop for this gym? Yeah, Teehee has Dig, and it'll hit pretty hard with Hustle. The problem is that, due to a certain reason that I won't spoil just yet, Dig is actually not effective on the vast majority of her team, which is really strange. And that's why a lot of people consider this gym to be quite annoying. Like, I personally, it's not really that hard, particularly, just, it's irritating. That's all I'll say. Now, level 25, that's the strongest thing I have at this point, so I may as well put her in the team. Doesn't have that many good moves, but Fake Out, free damage for Fake Out is always useful. Yeah, now, I don't think Lilligant's going to be too useful in this gym, sorry. Might have to take that Smoke Ball. Smoke Ball's actually been incredibly useful throughout this playthrough, though. You know, if you're finding wild Pokemon that you just don't need. And oh, right, that's it. Yeah, Sandy Claus is getting a hero medal just for what he did with N-Sigliff. One-shotting one of the most annoying Pokemon in the main storyline. Yeah, that's a feat in and of itself. Of course, again, N did help with that swagger, but still... Again, Rock Polish naturally is just amazing. Rock Polish naturally so early too. So anyway, there are a few TMs we can buy here, but they're all ridiculously expensive, and I'm not sure really any of them are going to help that much at this point. So, even though Sigliff is going to get totally owned, it's probably one of the best special attackers I've got, so wonder if anything else can learn Dig. Anything? Oh yeah, I was hoping that Felicia could learn Dig, but it seems like she can't. That's really annoying. Payback. That I will teach to her though, because sadly that's the best stab move we've got. Now, unfortunately, for us, Felicia's pretty fast, so she won't actually get that much of a benefit from going first and using it. But at the moment, our best stab move is Pursuit, and well, that is never, quite frankly, going to be getting the double power because opposing trainers almost never switch, so much better to replace that with, even a 50 base power stab move is not that bad at this point in the game. Now, weirdly enough, she can actually learn Grass Knot, so I might as well teach that too. And I'll just get rid of Torment. I can always reteach Torment by a TM anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, Torment's good for trolling sometimes, but, there's not too many opportunities to use it. So then, let's go! Let's check out our team, and let's head in to the 4th gym of the game. She promised to teach us how tough a journey could get. Is she gonna live up to that promise? Hiding behind a screen of fashion snobs is the famous model and gym leader Elesa. Now, whose star will shine brightly all over and over? It is time to make the electrics. Stop photobombing Emolga! You're only supposed to be annoying during the battle. And so it's time for Elesa's gym. Surprised? Yeah, I am actually kind of surprised the gym is a roller coaster, considering the gym leader is actually a model. Yeah, that's one of the issues of this gym that was actually fixed in Black and White 2. But anyway, this guy's talking about the gym, blah 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 blah. This should just be self-explanatory. There's the thing, now a lot of people are really annoyed that the gym guy in this case kind of gives false advice. Because he says there that electric types don't like ground moves. He fails to mention that more than 50% of the gym... Alright, and this roller coaster car doesn't go anywhere, but I just wanted to show it off because it's kind of cool. We'll be activating that track a bit later. Anyway, I'm thinking more than 50% of the gym consists of a certain electric type that is actually immune to ground type moves. Yeah, they actually... Oh, sweet Arceus, this gym is full of Canterlot fashion snobs. Seriously, that's the only way to explain this. Oh, wow. Seriously, they are them. They have to be them. Anyway, yeah, rich boys and ladies are what we're going to be fighting here, which leads to something interesting that we won't actually see until we've actually beaten Elesa herself. I'll talk about that later. And yes, here is the star of the show. The reason why the gym guy's advice is actually quite misleading here, yeah, a lot of this gym is going to consist of these things. Emolgas are electric flying, which are... already they're starting to be really annoying. Yeah, this is pretty much going to set the tone for how Emolgas work in this gym. They annoy you, yeah, basically their sole purpose in life is to annoy the absolute hell out of you. Static me on the first fake out, seriously? Anyway... like I was saying, Emolgas are part flying, so ground type moves don't work on them at all. That's not to say that ground types aren't good against them in any way. You know what, I just realized that being paralyzed actually makes me get full power paybacks more often, so actually... Of course, that happens. You know, it's ironic that my Leopard is getting paralyzed when it's actually... Oh, you serious? Well, good thing I survived that, but wow! Yep, these things are just downright irritating. Now, what I was saying, it's not to say that ground types are totally useless against Emolgas. Really? Really? Just when I think they can't get any more annoying. Oh my... Arceus! Ah! I hate Emolgas now! This is only the first Emolga, and I already hate them with a burning passion. And believe me, they get... Oh, Moxie, that's nice. Given, but unfortunately, there's, oh, another Emolga. Oh, sweet lord, this is going to be really annoying. Okay, yeah. So, like I was saying, that's not to say that, that ground type's totally useless against Emolgas, because, at the very least, they are immune to electric moves. You do probably want to teach them Rock Tomb, though, because that's one of the few ways you can hit these things for super effective, and it'll lower their speed in the bargain. Unfortunately, they're still not slow enough, which means that they're going to start spamming Double Team, which is not good, considering that my rock moves don't have perfect accuracy, except Smackdown, which is actually going to be kind of useful. Now, if only this guy learns Smackdown, then he can actually hit them with super effective ground moves, and oh, well, you're not dead yet, seriously? Yeah, use the move with better accuracy, I'm going to finish you anyway. Oh, that's ridiculous! Oh! I hate Emolgas so much! I hate them! That's only the first Emolga, and already it's done that! Ah! Curse you, Canterlot fashion snobs! Oh, I'm glad your garden parties keep getting ruined. Yeah, and I'm trying to see how many elegance I can fit into one sentence. Anyway, I actually think we might need to heal after that, because... Well, let's just say, good thing I stocked up on Paralyze heals! I hate Static, I hate Double Team, I hate Volt Switch. Well, we'll be seeing Volt Switch later, trust me. Oh, I hate everything about Emolgas. Oh, I hate Pursuit, I hate... Why do Emolgas have to be so annoying? Yeah, that's one of the things they improved in Black and White 2. In Black and White 2, Elesa is the only one in the whole gym who has an Emolga. The gym guy will warn you about it before you go in, and it's the only one she has. So, yeah, it's, whole lot better. Speaking of Black and White 2, and we've got to get off here, and there's another snob in our path. So anyway, what I was saying, speaking of Black and White 2, yeah, this gym has a couple of problems, I will say. Not that the roller coasters don't look cool, of course they're balanced out by the pretentious snobs, but anyway, it's because of the fact that, okay, the previous 3 gyms all related to the gym leader's occupation. The Straighten triplets were waiters, so their gym is a restaurant. Lenora's an archaeologist, so her gym is a museum. Berg was an artist, and I guess his gym is an art gallery in the most first sense of the word. And then you have Elesa. She's a model, but her gym is a roller coaster? Yeah, likewise that was fixed in Black and White 2, where her gym is actually a catwalk, which makes a lot of sense. Oh, and also possibly had the most awesome gym remix in the entire game. I mean, it's probably... Wait a minute, did I just miss my dig? Oh, and another... Seriously, this gym just loves to be annoying, doesn't it? Oh, and you're fainted now. That's one less dig user. So, yeah, anyway. I mean, Elesa's gym in those games may have been possibly the most simple gym in the series, but it just manages to be one of the most awesome just by virtue of the music. So anyway, I hope I don't... Well, I'm not going to miss this dig anyway. Yeah, watch your grass types around the Blitzels, they have flame charge. Now, speaking of Blitzels, here's where the second problem with this gym arises. Do you have anything else there that I can actually use? No, I can't. Okay, so Moxie activates already, You're trying to rickroll me, aren't you? Anyway, Moxie even activates after you've already won the battle. That's interesting. That's, I guess, pretty simple. Yeah, Blitzels are pretty fast. It's kind of hard to outrun them, especially with the stuff, at this point. Sorry, I was just showing off just how fast that roller coaster goes. Some of these do go really fast. Like, I will admit that the roller coasters are pretty awesome. It's just that, again, it just seems a bit weird considering that it just doesn't fit the gym leader's occupation at all. I can't really fault Elesa's still cool, but still. Ah! Snob coaster! Snob ambush! Yeah. Speaking of snobs, of course, they do give out a lot of money when you defeat them, so if you have something equipped with the amulet coin, which you can actually get at this point, you should have got the amulet coin back in Castelia City, you should equip it now. Oh, nice. Rich boy Roland riding a roller And I thought I'd escape the puns with Berg's gym. Berg's gym will probably still be my least favourite gym on account of sheer creepiness, but please don't paralyze, thank you. I don't think Blitzels even have static anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. But anyway, this gym is coming close in terms of least favourite, just on sheer annoyance factor. And another Blitzel. Now, here we see the second problem with this gym, and one of the reasons why, gameplay-wise, I mean, visually it's pretty stunning, but gameplay-wise, it's quite possibly one of the weaker gyms in the original Black and White, simply for one reason. There are actually quite a lot of electric types in the Unova Pokédex. There's at least 3 more lines that these trainers could have used. Unfortunately, it's at this point that the trainers don't use Pokemon that aren't available soon rule kind of comes back to bite you. This is probably the only situation in the whole game where I don't like what this rule is doing. Normally I like it, because again, I just hate it in the earlier games where you see a trainer use a Pokemon. And yeah, I'm just going to give the amulet coin to someone else here, I think. So where you see a trainer use a Pokemon, you think, oh, that looks so cool, I want to get that. And you can't get it for ages. Yeah, that is really irritating, especially when it comes to, again, some trainers using starter Pokemon, which you can't get at all if you didn't pick them. But in this case, it gets really, really annoying, because this means that the only electric types we've encountered so far, and I will say this is pretty cool, the only electric types we've encountered so far are Blitzel and Emolga. And those are the only 2 lines we'll be seeing in this gym. Now, I just kind of wanted to see where this roller coaster goes if you don't flip the switch, and another snob! We'll admit, the last 3 aren't nearly as pretentious as the first one, but still. Anyway, like I was saying, Blitzel and Emolga, those are really the only things you see in this gym, which is, yeah, really annoying. It's just, it makes it kind of boring to fight your way through all these trainers, even more so given that I'm pretty sure just about every single trainer in this gym is compulsory to fight, which makes it even more annoying, especially considering they all have static and are Emolgas. Okay, please don't static me again. Ah, good. Again, the sheer irony of getting paralyzed by an Emolga here is that, Leopard actually can have the Limber ability, I believe, which, yeah, means it can't be paralyzed, so that would have really helped out here. I've actually forgotten what its other ability is. I don't really use Leopard that often, and the only one you should be using competitively anyway is the one with Prankster, so I, yeah, can't really be bothered to remember the second ability. Yeah. But you are gone, and fortunately that Emolga went much smoother than the last one. And Amulet Coin, please give me tons of cash. Oh yeah. Yeah, I do like the fact these, you know, these snobs do give you massive amounts of money. Because, of course, it's okay to rob pretentious snobs of massive amounts of money because they had it coming. And it's time for the orange roller coaster and some waiting. Into the car we go, and whoa! Okay, that's awesome, I will admit. And here we are at the gym leader, so that was actually pretty fast. You might notice there's actually a lot of time left to go in the video. That should tell you just how irritating this next gym is going to be. But before we go in, I'm just going to show you something. This roller coaster here, the one we couldn't go the whole way through at the start, I just want to show this off. Now, if you want to fight the gym leader and you're ready, don't go on this roller coaster. I learned this the hard way. Despite how awesome this thing is, it is in fact one way. What I mean is the switch doesn't stay flipped if you have to leave the gym to heal, which I did. So I just cut here, and unfortunately, this roller coaster is back to not being activated, as I found out the hard way. Failure. So I've got to go through the whole gym again. Oh joy. Oh well, I guess this gym is very visually impressive, and I get to show off the awesome loop here. And now we're at the gym leader, and I will just say, that thing behind her, I've got no idea what it is, but it looks awesome. So, let's get ready to face Gym Leader Elesa. This is going to be a problem, but I have a cunning plan. First, I will use Sigalith to set up Tailwind. Then, I will switch in Sandy Claws, who will proceed to start using Rock Polish. After that, Sandy Claws will outspeed Elesa's annoying Emolgas. And Elesa's pretty short and to the point here. I'll outspeed the Emolgas, hit them with Smackdown, and hopefully hit them for massive damage with rock moves. As in Smackdown. So, that's the plan. Let's see how it goes in practice. Okay, Sigalith. Now, yeah. Level 25 Emolga. That is annoying. Now, Elesa has 3 Pokemon. Unfortunately, 2 of them are incredibly irritating ones. This is the reason why Elesa's Emolgas are so annoying. What the? That wasn't even a focus sash. That was sheer luck. That was amazing. Okay, you're getting a hero medal for that. Seriously, that was epic. I get to set up Tailwind. Unfortunately, Elesa sends out another Emolga. Yeah. Oh. Seriously? Seriously? Okay, so this whole gym is designed, moveset-wise, just to troll you as much as possible. Oh, wow, that is annoying. Now, cunning plan. Set up the Rock Polish. Be faster. Then hit them with that Smackdown. Volt Switch. Okay, I should survive this. Hopefully. Probably. No! Yep, turns out that Sandy Claws really doesn't have the greatest special defense. So, my cunning plan is completely destroyed. This looks promising. Yep, really, really promising. Now, setting out a ground type is useful. Really? Oh, I hate Emolgas. Oh, wow, Emolgas might be as bad as Wyverns, actually. Seriously, Emolgas are the new Wyverns. So, I gotta get Exodia back in there and see if he can obliterate these things. Now, when you hit me, your ability will become Mummy. Unfortunately, it won't be for long, since you're going to switch out with Volt Switch and get your ability back. Even worse, Static wouldn't have affected Yamask anyway, because I don't have any physical contact moves, so anyway. I guess I could attempt to bird this next one on the switch in. So, yeah. Good, I burned it on the switch in. That is good. And Elesa does not have full restores, so they will remain burned permanently. Yes, you could say our star is shining all over and over. Anyway, gotta heal now. Okay, yeah, this is a desperate backup plan, but hopefully my Evilite should be enough to tank these things. Annoyingly, Burn does not reduce the power of Volt Switch, so, because Volt Switch is essentially a special U-turn, basically. I've heard it's pretty annoying even in competitive. It's used a lot on, well, I see it mostly on Rotoms in... You know what, I really shouldn't have used Will-O-Wisp there. I should have known you'd Volt Switch out to the other one. But it's just that I've got to use Will-O-Wisp again here, but that's annoying though because I don't have a chance to heal because... Oh, well, at least you still get hurt by a burn even when you switch in. That's good. This means these Emolgas are going to be considerably worn down, provided that I can actually manage to burn the second one. That is the question, given that, with how annoying these things are, they'll probably dodge my next Will-O-Wisp. Volt switch out, Volt switch in. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, you see just how annoying this is. Oh, crap! Uh-oh, that's not good. Actually, that is kind of good. See, that's really annoying. Just in the turn I was like, hey, I could use Hex, catch the other Emolga on the switch in for double power because it's burned. And then it's this turn that you type to stay in. And now you also decide to stay in so that, you know, if I... And I'm guessing that the turn I select Will-O-Wisp, you're going to Volt Switch out, aren't you? Either that or the turn I heal, you're going to Volt Switch out. Oh, I want to Will-O-Wisp the male one. See, at least these two things that I like to call the Emolga twins, they are opposite genders, so you can tell the two apart. Now, you're going to Volt... Okay, I swear, Elesa's AI must be psychic. It really must be. Because all those turns I selected Hex, you stayed in. The one turn I choose Will-O-Wisp, you know, you Volt Switch out to one who already has a burn. See, the only way I'm going to catch that thing is if it stays in on a turn I use Will-O-Wisp, which is really unlikely, or if I'm not hurt that much on a turn that this thing is in, and I Will-O-Wisp it as it's Volt Switching out to the other one. That's really my only hope here. See, I don't want to use Volt Switch again just for fear that I'll... Not Volt Switch, I don't want to use Will-O-Wisp again for fear that it'll Volt Switch. And it's Volt Switch, okay. Now, hopefully, if I survive this... See, this is... I should have used a healing item then. Let it Volt Switch to this thing, and then Will-O-Wisp and caught the other one on the switch. Yeah, I really should have done that. Volt Switch is so irritating! Yeah, so basically, this gym battle is not necessarily hard, it's more just annoying. Really, really, really annoying. Volt Switch, Volt Switch, Volt Switch, Volt Switch, Volt Switch. I hate this. I hate this battle. I mean, it's not really even that hard. It's just how irritating it is, really. Like, admittedly, I could get my ground type in to stop them from Volt Switching. It's just I really want to burn both of these things. And of course, the one that isn't burned and thus doesn't have reduced attack power is stuck Will-O-Wisping me, which Will-O-Wisp, not Will-O-Wisp, sorry. My mind is, again, Elesa really is making my head spin. Anyway, Pursuit is not doing that much considering that I haven't Will-O-Wisped yet. Uh-oh, that's bad. You're going to use a healing item, aren't you? You're going to use a healing item, aren't you? Ah, finally! I finally managed to catch you on a turn you didn't Volt Switch. And I didn't miss. Oh, if I had missed, I would have got really annoyed. Anyway, she is going to heal now, but fortunately both Emolgas are now burned. And hopefully they'll stay that. Yeah, good. Hyper Potion, not full restore. That is good. That means that both these Emolgas will stay burned for the remainder of the battle. This means every turn they Volt Switch out, they will be losing some of their HP. So in other words, they can't keep this annoying charade up forever. Now, the other good news is that both of them are now taking double damage from Hex, which is also good. So I'm going to catch this thing on the switch and hit it with a 100 power Hex. Let's see how much this does. Nice! And the burn didn't quite finish it. Curses! Oh, I hate Elesa and her Emolgas. Oh, those things are so annoying. I swear, Emolgas really are the new wyverns of this place. Ah! Volt Switch out. I'm going to run out of PP for Hex, aren't I? I apologise if this battle's getting really boring, but this is really the only thing I could have done at this point, because Oh, admittedly, I could have switched Sandile back in and, you know, tank their Volt Switches with immunity and not taking too much damage from Aerial Ace. I was just too afraid. I want to save that guy for Elesa's last Pokemon. He's basically tailor-made to take down Elesa's final thing, so... And surprisingly enough, Elesa's final Pokemon is probably the least annoying thing she has. You'll see it eventually, although you can probably already guess what it is, considering there are only 2 evolution families this gym actually uses. Pursuit, not doing all that much. And Mummy see, it's really annoying to keep seeing Mummy activate for no real reason, because again, Static is not actually really affecting me, and are you gone now? Yes! 1 Emolga down! Oh, die you abomination! Okay, abomination number 2. You're gonna Volt Switch out to Elesa's good thing before I have a chance to hit you, aren't you? You see, I predicted that you would Volt Switch out and I would Will-O-Wisp switch in. Annoyingly, you didn't. See, I swear, your AI is psychic. You are input reading, aren't you? Input reading AI, seriously. Oh, as if this gym couldn't get any more annoying. Oh, and now you Volt Switch! Oh! Yeah, this part is... I guess if you like the sound of my frustration, you're gonna hear a lot of it in this part. Okay, and now chances are... You see... Okay, yeah, here's Elesa's strongest Pokemon, her Zeb Striker. And it Volt Switches! I knew it would do that! Oh, boy. Oh, just as I was wanting to catch that damn thing on the Switch... Oh well, at least 1 more Volt Switch and that Emolga dies, fortunately. So you've only got 1 Volt Switch left in you. Your days are numbered, annoying freak of annoyingness. Fortunately, that will be the last time that Emolga ever uses Volt Switch, thankfully. In comes Zeb Striker. Speaking of Zeb Striker, I, for one, think its cry is really unsettling. It sounds like some kind of demented scream. Like, it sounds like someone screaming in pain of being stabbed or something. I don't know. Now, fortunately, this Emolga is going to die now! Yes, finally! Oh! Really? 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 Oh! 1 more Volt Switch then! I hate this gym battle! Oh, I'm pretty sure Elesa was much better in Black and White 2, seriously. In that game, she only has 1 Emolga, and, yeah, she's a bit less annoying about her Volt Switches as well. Oh, sweet Arceus, I hate this gym. Thankfully, this Emolga is really gonna die now. Die, 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 and Hex for good measure. Die! Die, die, die! Thank you! And a gigantic splurge of annoyingness. Another Soda Pop. Now I probably will be able to burn this thing for sure. Now, of course, the last Pokemon remaining can still use Volt Switch, but it won't cause it to switch out. Which is, yeah, obvious. But anyway, does mean they'll be able to spam this 70 power... Really? They'll be able to spam this 70 power electric move as much as they want, which is actually kind of devastating by this point in the game. I think the best electric move we've seen at this point is Shockwave, and that's 10 power weaker, so Volt Switch is actually the best they've got. Please don't miss this. Ah, Spark. That's going to hit harder considering Zeb Striker has a better physical attack than it does special attack. But, finally, you tripped Dumame. So your ability is now gone. Of course, I wouldn't really be hitting you with electric moves anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But now, I'm gonna... I need to heal Hungry Croc. Do I sacrifice Exodia? I really think I should. Sorry, Exodia, but you did amazingly in this battle. You're getting a hero medal just for this, really. Now, ironically, Volt Switch here is going to facilitate my switch. So, so sorry, Exodia, but you did well. You did amazingly well. Without you, this whole battle would have been a total disaster when I lost my first plan. So yeah, always best to keep a backup plan. Now, the reason why Elesa's Zeb Striker is probably the least annoying thing about this gym battle is that it's the one thing on a team that isn't immune to Electric's normal weakness, Ground. which means that finally, this dig TM is actually going to pay off. Please KO, and KO. So yeah, Elesa, really annoying. Not hard, just really, really annoying. And you better get your Moxie up for that one. Oh, if only she still had Emolgas and I could have gone on a Moxie rampage through them. No, you certainly did make my head spin. Now, interestingly enough, here, look closely at this. Here's something really interesting about Elesa. Note the amount of prize money she gives out. Let's remember back to the first trainer of this gym and see how much prize money they gave out. Yep, slightly more. Elesa holds the dubious honour of being the only gym leader in the series to give out less prize money than the regular trainers in her gym. Now, this isn't really her fault. It's more the fault of all the trainers in her gym being snobs, and thus having a ridiculously high base payout. But it is kind of amusing. So basically, defeating Elesa actually gives you less prize money than defeating the regular trainers in her gym, which, again, I find kind of amusing for some reason. I think she's the only gym leader in this series who's like this, so interesting. Now let's take this opportunity to listen to this victory music and revel in the fact that the Emolgas are gone. Ding dong, the annoyingness is dead. Ah, that was annoying. Oh, really, really, really annoying. Really annoying. Really annoying doesn't even begin to cover it. That was just painful. Not difficult, but painful. Just, Oh, and hey, you got to listen to the full loop of the victory theme, of the Gym Leader victory theme at that. I still think the Ruby and Sapphire Gym Leader victory theme is probably my favourite, just how ridiculously over the top it sounds, but, this one's pretty cool too. And we get our 4th badge, so we're halfway there. So yeah, halfway into the game, that's pretty nice, with no experience gained in battle whatsoever. I guess that's kind of an accomplishment. But it's going to get worse from here on out. Much worse. You might be thinking, how can it possibly get worse than that? Well, that gym I'd rate as roughly about a 7 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. I mean, it's more annoying than it is hard. But anyway, we get... Thank you! Now we are forever reminded of the annoyingness and pain. Fortunately, though, Volt Switch is actually a very nice move, so it's actually pretty good to have that TM on us, because, especially competitively, that thing can be really useful. And annoying. Very, very, very annoying. Oh, and then she already showed this. So yeah, we're going to head to Driftvale City, which is all the way to the west. We're going to have to go to Route 5, though. Oh, and you're already saying the same stuff. So we're going to have to meet her on Route 5. So, for the last time, let's ride this roller coaster out of here. We just have to wait for it. Come on, there you are. Goodbye, irritating Emolgas! Great, now let's get out of here. I have nothing to say to that. Oh wow, I thought the puns were dead with Berg. Ah! Ah! And I'm gonna have to restock my soda pops because that battle really ran me out of soda pops. Probably it's time to upgrade to lemonades. They're not actually that much more expensive, so I guess I'll buy a whole bunch of lemonades and I'll just cut. So, as I buy a whole bunch of drinks, that's all for this part, and oh man, that was an annoying gym. Hopefully we won't have a gym as irritating as that. So, I'll see you next time when we go to Route 5, meet a few old friends, and head on over to Unova's Wild Wild West. See you then!